Hello there, my Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your soulmate reading for November-ish 2019. I am your reader, Charles Nelson Riley. Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, president of Joining the Circle Productions. Professional wish, professional, intuitive, and really enjoying my new life as a YouTuber. Nothing like a dark night of the soul to bring you into a whole new place, traveling in the palms of the hands of the gods as you go, never knowing until afterwards you go, oh, I had to go through that. Yeah. Oh, I got a couple of books lined up. I'll spill the tea eventually, but let's get down to business. A couple of things, I got to do the disclaimers. If anybody ever wants to timestamp this, it's like, okay, the reading starts here. Go ahead, put it in the comment box. I'm trying to get like 5 of these done today. I don't care how long they are, so I'm just going with it, right? It's all I got to do today. I already have my food cooked, ready to go, coffee at the ready. So it's a home day, Cancer. Anything great? I love working from home. So a couple of things. Number one, this is a general read, all right? A personal read. I had a client come to the house last night. If I know you, if I trust you, you can come to my house. I'll read you face to face. I live in Holbrook, Long Island, so you know. If not, I do readings through Facebook Messenger all the time. All you have to do is add me as a friend on Facebook. You don't even have to add me as a friend on Facebook. You can just kind of send me a Facebook message, and I can read you. We video chat, and it looks just like this, right? I use the same camera, the same setup. But this reading might not be for everybody. I bless the cards every single time, you know, with my pantheonic energies and all of that, that it be truly helpful for whoever's watching it. But not every reading's going to fit everybody perfectly, right? That's what a private reading is for, a one-on-one. So please just take what resonates. That's also why I always do a minimum of Sun, Moon, Rising when I do a zodiacal series. Isn't that like a $20 word? The zodiacal series phrase. So check your other signs, right? It's like puzzle pieces. I am a mystic, which means I endure the mysteries of the spiritual path, the divine energies, the divine plan, all of that stuff. So that's why I use divination systems, right? In my own life, as well as for you guys, as far as for my clients. So we get little clues, like we're detectives in that way on our own path. So that's one. What's the other one? Oh, we're going to be dealing with divine masculine, divine feminine in these soulmate reads, but it has nothing to do with bodily gender. And really, I'm seeing that it can even change from reading to reading because different contracts in our lives bring out or balance us out in different ways. So, like, I consider myself like full force, first waver divine feminine, right? Here since Lemuria, right? Been doing this a really long time, right? Clearing the energetic planet through my own emotional healing work and the holographic paradigm of fifth dimensional unity consciousness, the whole nine, right? When I'm around my mom, I'm the prince, right? I'm the divine masculine. So we have all these energies inside of us. It was actually a reading that I do. Of course, I watch other YouTubers, right? Because, you know, it's really hard to read yourself sometimes, right? So when they're all saying the same thing, like sometimes I'll watch like 5 in a row and they'll all say the same fucking thing. I'm like, all right, I got the message. Like, I know what the cards mean, right? So and I saw where there was some divine masculine, divine feminine. I'm like, it's like, in that one I'm divine masculine, in that one I'm divine feminine. It's just how it goes. By the way, the work of Erica Elmitz, if you're following her on YouTube, I am. She's amazing. Really, really enjoy her. So shout out to her. I don't know her. I've never communicated with her, never commented on anything. But she's cool. Quantum Queen's another one of my favorites. She's amazing. Love her dearly. True Love Tarot, just fabulous, right? Your Soul's Journey. She'll do a 2-hour reading, right? I'm like, I'm a Virgo. She's a Virgo too, I believe. Have you noticed a lot of the readers on YouTube are Virgos? Anyway, I'm digressing. I'm working from home. So what else? So divine masculine, divine feminine. November-ish, right? It's like time is so fluid. Particularly the higher the vibrations get, we're jumping timelines with the blink of an eye now, right? Our vibration shifts. We're in a totally different quantum timeline. So there's just a lot going on. Oh, and please check the links in my description box. There's a link there for a couple of my books, but the first link is for the Path of True Love videos that I did, 2 years ago in Sayville. I recorded 5 of them. I could have created another 35 of them, but it was just like, okay, Spirit moved me on to the next thing. So it's a really, really good basic introduction to what I teach as a spiritual teacher, but I've been reading cards since I'm 12 years old. So go have a look. All the decks that I'm reading are in the description box below, but I don't use every single deck that's in my description box below. Cool, cool. Just one other thing. I am dealing with the tail end of a sinus infection, a head cold. So I may have to drink water as I go. So I promise you this is not Pinot Grigio. I have a pure filter pitcher, and rather than have to refill that fucker every 10 minutes. I love cobalt blue glass. So yeah, now when I buy wine, I only buy stuff in cobalt blue glass. I don't care what's in it. Rock cut, cobalt blue, I'm good. So I might have to hydrate myself. Cool, cool. All right, my guides, anything else? No, we're good. All right, let's do this. Remember to breathe. Really important. I have to keep reminding myself to consciously breathe when I do these readings, because I notice as the energy gets high, my shoulders get higher, and it's just trying to take all that high vibrational voltage going through my nervous system, and I speed up, where really what I need to do is inhale all that I need from the divine, exhale anything that's ready to let go, and that's so breathe. Yep, here we go. All right. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. Please, 1 Caroline Mace archetype to represent the divine feminine. In this Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign soulmate read for November-ish 2019. What is the dominant archetypal power for the divine feminine, the soul power that she is alchemizing from lead to gold in this soulmate relationship? The visionary. Okay, that just reminded me of something else that I was supposed to do here. Soulmate contracts. Soulmates are contracts, pre-incarnational contracts. You've done them lifetime after lifetime after lifetime with certain souls, right? So the foundation of the contract is that you help each other heal. Now, you might be a twin flame with this person in another life. This is a totally new, different definition, but I think it's a fifth dimensional perspective that we just weren't ready to receive. That the illusion of separation just really muddled the difference between a soulmate and a twin flame contract. So check the links below. The way that I'm working soulmates here are these are pre-incarnational contracts. You sign on them with different souls that you help each other heal. They're satisfying, they're symbiotic, they're supportive, right? They're warm, but they don't necessarily have the va-va-voom of a twin flame or the emotional intensity of a twin flame. Twin flames are different contracts. You can't help each other heal. The relationship is to teach you how to heal yourself, how to love yourself, to set boundaries, to find your self-worth, all that stuff. And you need a crap ton of both, right, to get through and play the game of humanity on planet Earth. Good. Thank you, my gods. Breathe. Gonna read you the archetypal powers here, the shadow attribute and the light attribute, so that you know if you are the divine feminine. Remember, you might think you're the divine feminine. Go with your gut, right? It's like, oh no, that's me, right? And maybe you're both. Maybe this is about, you know, your soulmate relationship between your divine masculine and divine feminine energies within yourself. All of that is valid, right? So here's the lead, the shadow. Let's get the lead out. Selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. Now, I think this is a creative family archetype. I think anybody who is a visionary, right, in this world at this time, unless you have a very strong rebel archetype where you're just like, I don't give a damn about my bad reputation. You're living in the past. It's a new generation, right? Just get on your Joan and jet the fuck out of that situation. Wow, that's a lot of rhyme, guys. Unless you're that, of course, you're going to be like, I see. Oh my God, I see. And you're like, well, yeah, but it's like this, right? It's like, so you compromise that, or you extort money, right? Sell it to the highest bidder. Doesn't matter if they're going to use it for good or evil, right? Powers of good, powers of evil, which is imploding as we speak. The light attribute, this is the gold that the divine feminine is shooting for with the assistance of the divine masculine. Capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others. Hello, ever since I was a child. Willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. It's like, all right, here's what I see, whether you can handle it or not. I love you, but here's what I see. And if someone else is going to take that idea and run with it, I didn't come here and necessarily take that idea and run with it. Some of them I do, some of them I don't. But the thing is this is what I incarnated into this life to do, is to be a visionary. And yeah, we're the freaks of the zodiac. I very much identify with the visionary archetype. Interestingly enough, though, it's in my divine masculine energy. So, yeah, because I got to act on it. I'm a Virgo sun, Pisces moon, Leo rising, Mars conjunct Leo rising. You with me? Oh, wrong deck. Let's get one for the divine masculine. Let's breathe, shall we see already? This feels really good. Even blessing the deck, my Cancerians, my Krabby Patties, it felt really like warm and lovely. So, and that's really the nature of soulmate contracts. Not that there won't be bumps in the road. Of course, you're going to argue. You're not always going to see eye to eye. But there's something about a soulmate contract where it always works out. Oh, my mother, I call her Hera. I call my mother Hera. She's a soulmate contract. We helped each other heal. I mean, even down to the circumstances of my birth, I came in to help her heal. So yeah, we don't always see eye to eye. No. But it always works itself out. You know, it just always works itself out because we truly love each other, right? My dad, not so much. Twin flame relationship. He wanted a heterosexual Catholic boy. Dude, if you don't know, I'm gay. Cancerians, really? Do a detox, cleanse out your second chakra intuition, baby, because, oh. Yeah, but I'm a top, so maybe that confuses people. If the jewelry doesn't give it away, I'm a witch. We have a thing for silver jewelry. To wear the silver jewelry. Okay, let's get one for the divine masculine here. Please breathe. I'm taking my time with these today. I did 3 videos yesterday and then a client for an hour and a half. It was good. It was a great reading, but tarot fried. Which I posted a GIF on Facebook. And yeah, if you want to follow me on Facebook, right now. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the whole 9, or the whole 3. You ready? Yeah, you're waiting on me, aren't you? Okay, breathe. Oh, my collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. Please, one card to represent the archetypal dynamic of the divine masculine in this Cancerian collective sun, moon, rising Venus sign in their soulmate relationships for November 2019. Ooh, the Hermit. The divine masculine is a hermit situation. I love being a hermit. I live in Holbrook. I've been calling myself the Hermit of Holbrook. The Witch Hermit of Holbrook? The mountainous region of Long Island. Yeah, I got a witch's cottage, a witch's castle on a mountain. So these two together, the visionary and the hermit, because, you know, a hermit isn't someone in exile. They go willingly, right? Like the hermit card, standing on top of the mountain, eyes closed, with a lantern, but with a staff, a wand of his own free will, right? So these two, very, very powerful together, because the hermit is the wisdom family, and here we've got the visionary, the creative family. So let me read you the hermit. Shadow attribute. Withdraws from society out of fear or negative judgments of others, refusing to help those in need. Screw you guys, I'm going home, right? It's just like, I don't like you, or just, I don't want to fucking deal with the world out of fear or negative judgments of others. It's like, I can't take your criticism. Now, there's a healthy way to do that, and let's look at the light. That's what we're shooting for. Light attribute. Seeks solitude to focus intently on inner life. Serves personal creativity. This might also be serving someone else's personal creativity here. So those are like the main energies of the spread of the read. So everything else is going to be about clarifying those. And we're going to pull 5 cards in what I call the element spread. There's a Mal vlog that I did on this, explaining this spread, I guess a year or so ago. If you want to go check my back catalog of videos in there. We're going to use Daughters of the Moon to get fire, earth, air, water, spirit. Fire, what the divine feminine wants. Earth, which she has, like the wax and the wick, the fuel for the flame. I almost gave you the middle finger. Air, what's she thinking? Water, what's she feeling? And spirit, the overview. Cool. And we'll do the same for the divine masculine, but with the mythic tarot, Juliet Sharman Burke. The workbook is so good. I read it. Did the workbook. My God, back when I was in the 80s. Let's not pick a year. Breathe. All right. My goddesses, Hera in particular, who sits in the throne of Cancer along with Hestia and Hecate. It's the H throne. Please, top 5 cards element spread for the Divine Feminine in this Cancerian collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs for November 2019. Please, top 5 cards element spread. Maiden, Mother, Crown. Maiden, Mother, Crown. Let's have a look. What does the Divine Feminine want? Element of fire. Well, we got a fire card, the Aries card. Now, in this deck, if you're new to my channel, by the way, if you're new to my channel, like and subscribe. If I hit 1,000+ subscribers, I can do super live chat, and I promise I'll do drunk tarot once a month, because I'm funny as fuck when I'm drunk, but I don't do it professionally, and I don't drink that much. Really, 1 bottle of Chardonnay, I'm under the table. We'll do shots. The Aries card. The visionary really wants to focus on self here, or wants an Aries. Now, other cards will clarify that, but I don't always go that these are people in the court cards. Sometimes it's really about the astrological energy, particularly when the artists of the cards, the writers of the cards, make the court cards zodiac specific. In other words, with this card, it says Aries right on it. So I don't say Aries, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, right? A lot of readers do. That's great. For the Rider-Waite deck, I get that. But the same thing with the Mythic Tarot. It's like they're very specific that way. So I'm getting the first house here right now saying that what she's like, she wants to work on herself, right? Particularly a visionary. She's like, I want to be honorable to myself. I want to initiate. I want to create. Like first house, self, but also initiation, starting new things. I want to move forward. I want to start something. I want to give birth to something. I want to incarnate one of my visions. So what's the wax and the wick that feeds it? Well, temperance. So that's what she's got. Great. So balancing her water and her fire, which is essential for a visionary, that their emotions be balanced with their passions and their desires, right? Because otherwise visionaries can go mad. I've worked for a few visionaries. 1111. If the emotional healing isn't there, right? To temper something is to make it strong, right? It's patience, it's balance, it's discipline. Like think tempered steel, it's unbreakable. How does it get there? Well, it goes through processes of tempering. So that's when people say temper, temper. It doesn't mean you have a temper necessarily, but it's saying, oh, you better balance that, you better discipline that, right? Temper, temper. So this visionary has that. So that's like really, really wonderful. So we're looking at a visionary who may not be fucking bonkers, right? Who might be somewhat emotionally stable, or at least is able to offer that as something within themselves in this soulmate relationship. What's she thinking? Second major arcana card in a row, the priestess, the high priestess, Isis, the goddess Isis here. So is getting, well, that would make sense for a visionary, right? The high priestess, though, very associated with, you know, the moon, right? Like particularly in the Rider-Waite deck, if you look, where the high priestess actually is at the water side. And if you look in between, you know, the pomegranate tapestry behind her, look between that little teeny tiny gap between the pomegranate and the pillars, which is about the Kabbalistic tree of life. You'll see there's this little horizontal line there snuck in there. It's like, oh, there's the horizon of the ocean or the lake or whatever behind her. So of course something hidden, but in the mental field that makes sense for a visionary. Might be getting downloads left, right, and center, right? But but there's of course mystery there associated with it. Some secrets there. The high priestess doesn't reveal her hand all at once. There's always something withheld, but not out of anything other than, well, when you're ready. When you're ready, you'll get this next piece. So the divine is at work, because really, what's a priest or a priestess? A being, an archetype through which the divine channels, right? It's like you And with that internal strength that she's got here, that's really great. Like, this is somebody who actually might be sane and balanced and grounded, right? Because if a visionary's not grounded, it's like, oh, I'm on a visionary quest, and they haven't brushed their teeth in a week. It's like, sweetheart. Hi, Jean. Hi, Jean. What's she feeling here? 3 of Cups. Make new friends and keep the old. One is silver, other gold, right? That there is an emotional thing here, that there is something enjoyable, something playful, bonding, it says on this card. And it's the raising of the cups, but also I feel like this is probably in relationship to the divine masculine in here, who is maybe in hermitage. But still, the love is there, the joy is there. Now, there's nothing here immediately saying that this soulmate contract is romantic sexual. We'll see. There are cards that could come up that absolutely say that, particularly in the Whispers of Love. But let's see what the paradigm is. This could be parent-child. This could be all sorts of different things. Spirit, what's the overview? Third major arcana card, Ma'at, Justice. Google her, right? Weighs your heart after each incarnation against an ostrich feather. If your heart is heavier, well, it depends on which Book of the Dead you read, or which translation, I should say, of the Egyptian Book of the Dead. But, you know, in one version, she weighs your heart on the scale, and if it's heavier, you have to go back for another life, and a demon eats your soul. It's so, wow. Sort of Old Testament, New Testament there, in a way there. I could have been a professor of comparative religion. I eat this stuff up alive. But I'm more spiritual. So, look, 3 major arcana cards here going on. That's pretty damn amazing. She wants this Aries. Now, this might be about the Hermit, certainly in terms of a divine masculine energy, wants that, but can back that desire up with patience and temperance and discipline, right? Emotional balance with desires, so she's not boiling over. In the mental realm there, the High Priestess, sort of an open vessel for particularly visions, right? The visionary coming through. The emotional field here, 3 of Cups, bonding. She may feel very bonded with this divine masculine and this soulmate. But in spirit, we've got Ma'at, Justice, that things are coming into balance, and she's already got it within herself. The overview might be Spirit saying, look through the lens of justice, sweethearts. This is all balancing out, right? So if there ever was any inequity, like one giving more than the other, which in soulmate relationships, it's like that. Sometimes one gives more to the other because you're helping them heal, but that's okay. A couple of days later, right? It's like you do that, and it balances. It's like left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. I'm channeling Seth MacFarlane. Yum. Let's look at the divine masculine. Speaking of Seth MacFarlane, oh my God, he's gorgeous. He's so talented, and it's like he has the exact same sense of humor I was brought up with. Oh, why do the good ones all have to be straight? I'm kidding. Sort of. Breathe. My gods, please. Top 5 cards, elements spread for this Cancerian collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign in this soulmate contract for November-ish 2019. Please, the divine masculine. What's going on with the divine masculine? Fire, earth, air, water, spirit. Top 5 cards, thank you very much. Sun, Father, Sage. Hey, no, it doesn't matter, I only need the top 5. Top 5 on our countdown. Let's have a look-see. What he want? Well, what the Hermit wants. Ooh, all right, I'll put you down there. That's fine. 2 dropped out, but this is definitely what he wants. The card of the Wheel of Fortune, right? The Fates. You know, one is spinning the thread, one is measuring the thread, the third is cutting the thread, right? Talk about a maiden mother crone. And this is about divine timing. This is about cycles. This is about the cycles of death and rebirth, erosion, renewal, crucifixion, resurrection, the phoenix transformation of ashes rise, ashes rise, ashes rise, right? Birth. They're just giving me all of these things because that's why the Hermit, that's why the divine masculine's in hermitage. But for this, it's part of a cycle and wants very much for things to go down in divine timing, because I feel like has tried so very hard to control things, divine masculine, and has maybe just hit so many walls that is burned out, is pissed off, both, the shadow side of the Hermit, sort of in a fuck you rebellion, but at the same time needs to regenerate. It's like they poured out their cups so much, and I don't necessarily mean their emotions, divine masculine, but you get it. It's like they need to recharge, so it's like this is part of it, and they want, it's like, okay, just spin the fucking wheel then. I just want this to work out for my benefit, maybe not for the well-being of all, but that wouldn't hurt if you're the divine masculine watching this read, because what they got going on here is the Knight of Pentacles, the Virgo card. So this divine masculine could be a Virgo. It's very possible, but like I said, I don't always immediately identify Sun, Moon, Rising, Uranus signs just because a court card came out. But that there is something very practical here, that what they've got is a practicality, that what they've got is a groundedness, but to a point where they over-control, perhaps even to an extent of manipulation. Right, because they're very, very bright. They're very, very fast thinkers, but their motion is very slow. So there's a tendency to scheming here in the shadow, right? Trying to manipulate, make shit happen, which we all have to have our divine masculine make shit happen. Look, I just can't imagine a cup of coffee. I can't visualize it, right? Oh, I'm getting a download, a cup of coffee. I actually have to get up and make it and then drink it, right? So, but I gotta say, like, I'm grabbing my second chakra here. There's something off here. There's just something off here. Well, then hence the Hermit, right? What he thinking? Way too much. Yeah, this probably is a Virgo. 8 of Swords, right? Just bound and thinking and stuck in a thought pattern and right? Really would be a Virgo, because we do that. I have a Virgo 4 planets, second house, so I'm very Virgo. Very Virgo, a new book from Angelo, Lyons, Mel for short. So yeah, really trying to like, no. Snake-haired women, talk to the hand. Apollo, help me. Apollo, take me away. Apollo, take me away. He's so beautiful. Very bright, being the god of the sun. So there's clarity needed here. Mental. Overthink. Not the 9s, right? The 8s. It's just sort of like, I can't just do a mental trappage here. I get why the divine feminine can... There's been a theme with these readings where the divine feminine, for the most part, is really helping, serving the divine masculine, except I think for that Gemini where it was the other way around. Figures. Geminis. What's going on in the emotional field? What is he feeling, if anything? Well, 3 of Pentacles, right? 3 of Pentacles is feeling, emotionally getting there. The 3 of Pentacles is, particularly in the Daughters of the Moon, is one of my favorite cards, Clay Woman. Because it's taking whatever you have, the dirt beneath your feet, and sculpting it, molding it into something beautiful and practical. But on an emotional level there, it's like perhaps their emotional burnout, their emotional, that they're really doing the emotional healing, but they have everything they need for it. Not quite like the Magician card, although we'll see, we still got one more card to hit the table. But this thing of, all right, well, I've got my toolbox, I've got everything that I need, I've got the lumber, I've got everything, I've got my tape measure, I got my level. I don't know why suddenly I went carpentry. Usually I do this in cooking metaphor. I love food metaphor. It's what I metaphor. It's like, but okay, now I got to start building. So it's sort of like this hermitage, very, very healthy, very, very healing, or at least the potential for this to be very, very healthy, very, very transformative, particularly with that Wheel of Fortune. But I'm also getting, can we get on with it already, like from the Divine Masculine? Sort of grinding his gears, right? Spinning his wheels. Let's do this. But willing, perhaps wanting to go with the flow rather than try and control, right? Last card in this spread, what's the overview from Spirit? Well, 6 of Pentacles, coming into balance, but this is very much physical balance, right? About the equal give and take. Oh, well, I just realized the Divine Feminine, talking in the emotional field, water for both of them, Divine Feminine got 3 of Cups, Divine Masculine 3 of Pentacles. So there is emotional or at least intuitive communication going on here. There may be, particularly with a visionary and a hermit, so she might be transmitting, he might be receiving, which, by the way, is a reversal of yin and yang. So that's really cool. Thank you. Well, you think I'm doing this all myself? I got a lot of help. Oh, my Pantheon. So 6 of Pentacles. The overview here is probably about giving to oneself instead of giving to another, just to balance the scales, not to become narcissistic, not to become an asshole about the whole thing. But it does feel like these two are maybe not in the same physical space, but the Divine Feminine, with that 3 of Cups, is really, really here to help. How may I serve you? How may I serve you in a healthy way for you and for me, right? How may I serve you? Let me drain you until you're a husk. No. No. I don't see that, right? And I don't get that's the feeling here, but sometimes people are afraid to ask, how may I serve you? Particularly if you're in the public sector. I will never work retail again if the gods are kind. That there's an opportunity here to serve each other, and it does feel like, 6 of Pentacles, right, that the Divine Masculine has done this for the Divine Feminine, maybe not the same context or the same issue, but have been in service to each other. Now, again, nothing here jumping out sexual or romantic. Could be, just nothing I'm feeling here. I've got a nice feeling the content of the contract. It's sort of like as a lawyer looking over a contract between 2 parties, right? It's like, this is the bones, the foundation. But now let's really go mystical. Oh, the Whispers of Love Oracle. Love this deck. Hartfield, I think is her last name. I suck at names, and if I don't have it in front of me, I don't remember it. Unless your name's Kate Bush. Heard on the radio a new version today while I was running errands. I was like, running up that hill. If only could make a deal with God and my higher selves of all involved, breathe. Oh, the higher selves of all involved, please. 1 card in clarity for the Divine Feminine in this Cancerian collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, soulmate relationship for November 2019, please. Just 1 card, last one in my hand. There we go. Like attracts like. Like attracts like. If you are longing for more love in your life, you need to be more loving. And honestly, with 3 major arcana cards, and the cards that aren't are the Aries and the 3 of Cups, I'm gonna say that this visionary is more loving. Right? Being more loving, being very loving in this situation, feels not just the emotional bond, the 3 of Cups, with the Divine Masculine who's got the 3 of Pentacles, so it's like sort of like water being poured into the earth, right? And then he's just taking it in. It's just so funny. Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, but the Divine Feminine in a way is being very, this is a weird way to say it, esoterically yang, Divine Masculine, and the Divine Masculine is being very yin, right? Archetypically, energetically, esoterically yin. So there's a bit of a role reversal here, but remember, we have both energies inside of us. So like attracts like. Particularly on her mind is the High Priestess, right? Channeling, bringing stuff down. Oh. How did I not see this? See, the gods, they're so good. Divine Feminine, her spirit has justice. The Divine Masculine, 6 of Pentacles, both about balance, both about fairness. A lot of Libra energy going on in this Cancerian relationship. So let's get another card. Breathe. Excuse me. God, I hope you're not wearing earphones. Earbuds. They don't wear earphones anymore. Are they all buds now? Buds, phones, plugs. What have you. Worms. You get an earworm? Get them all the time. I blame Hermes. But I love him. My collective pantheons. The higher selves of all involved. Mercury is still retrograde, man. I think the moon is still in Gemini. Higher selves of all involved, please. One card in clarity for the Divine Masculine. Oh, this feels good. Whew, in this Cancerian collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, sign, soulmate relationship for November 2019-ish. What's going on here? Please clarify. Be in the present and dream of the future. Perfect for someone in hermitage. When we dream, everything is possible. So, you know, be in the present moment. Now, if you're the Divine Masculine watching this, I'm going to say, go, be in the present moment. Like, be here now. Alan Watts, right? Alan Watts. Trippy fucking book. Considering when it was written and drawn. But also, is that Alan Watts? Oh my god. If I get that wrong, please forgive me. I suck at names. And I've worked in so many bookstores. All those titles and authors jumbled in my subconscious mind. But I would recommend Eckhart Tolle, Power of Now. Because the funny thing about being in the present moment is, like, it's the only place you are. It's just about the mind, right? So the Divine Masculine here, you know, perhaps a little meditation, a little contemplation. Now, I'm not necessarily hearing anything scream here about this Divine Masculine being on a spiritual path. It could be, might not be, and again, this is a collective I'm reading here. So, with a lot of Earth here, yeah, like 3 Earth cards. We got the Virgo card, the 6 of Pentacles, and 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, and here we've got, are they in the same positions? One? No, they're not. So something very earthy, very grounded, very practical, right? But with that Wheel of Fortune, that would really be helpful because the Wheel of Fortune is all about divine timing anyway, cycles, destiny, right? The fates. Fate is what you cannot change. It's stuff written into the script. Destiny is what you choose to do about it, particularly if you understand even the rudimentary basics, that's redundant, of quantum physics, right? That this world, planet Earth, is a holographic thing, like a single-player shooter video game, right? It's all programmed. All the outcomes are already determined, but how are you going to play the game, right? So that's why if you, like, in a video game, turn left, well, don't worry. There's another one of you that will turn right or go straight ahead, right? It all plays itself out. So there is a sense of divine timing going on here and what they want. But it's great to be in the present and then dream of the future. Because what if and this is referring to the visionary as well, divine feminine. Well, what if what you're receiving on the intuition in your dreams is what's scheduled anyway, right? Like what's written into the script. Then we don't have to work so damn hard on it. It's just like, oh, that's what that is? All right, we'll get there when we get there. In the meantime, I can dream about that, but not in this sort of worry, toxic, keep me up at night way, or bound, like constant looping of thought around and around and around. So Divine Masculine, when it starts to loop around and around and around, yeah, meditation, go for a walk, get into your physical body. Breathe. The cheapest form of mindfulness meditation is watching the breath, because we are the breath. Right? Nobody inhales when they die. Nobody exhales when they're born. Well, they may cough first, depending on what's in there. But you're going to get air in the lungs, right? So we are the breath, the prana, the chi, the spirit, all of that. Cool, cool. One last card down. From the Journey of Love Oracle, I love this deck. I'm only picking one because I don't have these memorized. The book is amazing. By Alana Fairchild Rasuli. And Richard Cohn, I believe that is the author, the artist, and the poet, I think. So I'm going to read it from the book, but this is, as we started with the archetype cards, the collective pantheons, we will end with those same. I'm putting the card in my hand. Please breathe. Call in. Be with your higher self, your angels, your gods. Here we go. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved, please, a journey of love, oracle card, the overall message for this Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign soulmate contract for November-ish 2019. Please, where are they on the journey of love? You want me to cut top of the pile? That's new. Okay, I like that. Oh, I don't mind doing that with this deck if we want to do that. It is easier. I could do that with the Mace deck too. Thank you. Who we got here? Distant Shores makes sense with the Hermit. Distant Shores. Number 18, 8 and 1 makes a 9, so that's, you know, the near completion of a cycle. The 10, it reboots, right? Wheel of Fortune totally makes sense. All right, so Distant Shores, and it's really pretty. It's a really, really pretty card, right? It's someone standing on the shore, right? And it's interesting. The sun and the moon are in here, so it's talking about cycles. Let's read this one. I think I got this for one of my readings. That's why I incorporated that. This deck is amazing. Distant Shore. So how this one is written is it get there. Well, this is a bit of a long one, but it makes sense. It gives sort of like the meaning of the card, the oracular meaning like what the oracle is saying to you, and then a poem. Good. Okay. It's 2 pages, but it's worth it. Breathe. Your soul is yearning for more. The divine is all, and there are no limits to what can be experienced by the soul. The soul is so hungry for divine reunion that it will seek out whatever is needed to get there, even if that journeying to strange or exotic shores for expanded experience. You may be feeling this soul impulse as an urge to travel, to try something new, to let go of the limitations of your mind in how you see your current life, and begin to see the new in what was once familiar. It's like going on a journey, seeing new things, coming home, seeing what you already know in a new way, right? The art, yeah, this is very, very much, I think, talking about the divine feminine, the visionary. The art of the passionate soul is to be able to see that which is new and fresh, even in what is known, though sometimes we can use the help of a fresh vista to inspire the mind, to open the heart, and to be ready to receive more. It's time for you to reach for the distant shores that are calling to you now, beloved. Don't pack your bags with too much, though. You'll travel light and easy with less baggage, and you'll need plenty of space to receive that which is new. Yeah, this is actually, I can feel that both for the divine feminine and the divine masculine, because it's so funny. The divine feminine wants to like charge and go ahead. It's very yang, very masculine dynamic. The divine masculine here is more going on in terms of getting in touch with the deeper resources of himself, internal journey, which is more in the end. That's really cool. We're imploding duality, 5th dimensional unity consciousness. This oracle brings you a message. You will benefit greatly from travel right now. You may travel through the mind, reading journals of faraway lands or times, or watch a film that transports you. Moving your body to a different place is another way, bringing fresh energy by unplugging you for a short time from what you know, to plug you into a different circuit so that you may receive different energy. So when the opportunity to travel arises for you, whether it be a jaunt far away or a day in a different place, take it. Don't worry if it doesn't seem practical. The divine is so much more important, intelligent, and capable of genius than what mere logic would have us believe. So that last part is just like, you don't have to control this, divine masculine, right? There's a turn of the wheel. Like, it's all in the divine plan. It's all in divine timing. But I feel like the divine feminine is going to say, dude, come on. You don't have to stop hermiting, but let's go for a walk, right? Let's go to a drive-through if necessary. Let's get you cleaned up, right? When I go into hermit mode, absolutely. My past life son, Anthony, he's like, come on, let's go apple picking, which I don't go apple picking, but, you know, like, he'll pull me out because I love what I do and it's cold outside. Fuck that, right? Virgo, cross your legs. Let's do the poem, shall we? And then we will give the overview. I waited for dawn, not wanting to go, but knowing I soon would have to leave. I waited for the first light, listening, joining with you on each breath and each exhale. I watched as morning came, and you gently stirred, knowing our love was not measured in time, not the minutes that quickly passed or the hours as departure approached. How I wanted to linger, how I wanted to tell you that this moment would last forever and whisper one more time, I love you. And then you held me and said it first, and goodbye no longer mattered. I don't have any planets in Cancer. But it's in my 12th house, so I wouldn't fucking know if I did anyway. Alright, let's do your overview. Shall we magic clap? The Divine Feminine here, we're looking at the visionary archetype, and just to refresh your memory, because that thing of distant shores makes sense, that the visionary might be seeing distant shores, the shadow attribute, selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable, perhaps even to the Divine Masculine here. Light attribute, capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, particularly the Divine Masculine. Willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. It's like, this is what I see for you, sweetheart. This is what I see. What she wants is this Aries energy, not to be selfish, but maybe to be self-assertive, to be a little bit more yang, to go out there to initiate. What has she got? She's got that temperance in the element of earth, that balance, that discipline. And there's something very fair about this, particularly with that Justice card, but we'll get there. In her mental field, she's channeling the goddess, the High Priestess. Her intuition, but particularly in the mental field, which is a visionary thing, that you could say there are 7 different voices of intuition, technically 8, one for each chakra, with the star center, right, the upper room, the 8th chakra hovering above. So this is very third eye, very, very third eye, but also that's going to influence the throat chakra as it's drawing down from the crown, right? There's a lot going on there. And funny, both of them have something very mental field there. Emotionally, she's feeling the 3 of Cups. It's not the 2 of Cups. It's not attraction. It's emotional bonding. This could be very, very friendship-based. And that Spirit card of Justice, that this is all going to work out with the balance of the head and the heart, right? Divine Masculine, what does he want? Wheel of Fortune. It's like, let's get this over with, right? Let's do this. Or, I need to slow it down. Or, I really want this all to work out in a way that is beyond anything I can do to make it happen, because I am in hermitage, right? So we remember the hermit withdraws from society out of fear or negative judgments for others, refusing to help those in need. Light attribute, seeks solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. Wisdom family archetype, very wise thing to do, but better in the light than in the shadow. So that would make sense. Hermiting, to let the wheel of fortune turn, to let the fates spin, measure, and cut. With that Knight of Pentacles, again, very strong Virgo energy here, just like the Divine Feminine has a very strong Aries energy there. So there's something practical there, something grounded there, something physically stable but slow moving as well. The Knight is the slowest of the 4 elemental knights. Mental field, 8 of Swords, thinking bound, right? Not feeling bound, but like just thinking that they're trapped, this mental looping of thoughts over and over and over, right? The MP3s of the old story just keep playing through the mind like an earworm, a third eye earworm. What they've got in their emotional field there, 3 of Pentacles, though, that they really are feeling little by little that they've got everything that they need to move forward, but it's still just a 3. And the overall from Spirit here, the overview, 6 of Pentacles, we're talking about balance here, an equal give and take, which matches the Divine Feminine's card of Ma'at in the Justice card. For the Whisper of Love, we've got like attracts like. For the Divine Feminine, totally feeling that, because she is really the one sort of initiating the love here, sending the love, giving the love. For the Divine Masculine, with that Hermit card in particular, be in the present and dream of the future. And distant shores, that they may not be in the same physical space right now, particularly with someone in hermitage, but the love that's going on for them this month, that there may very well be maybe an unspoken agreement that I'm here for you, and I love you, and the Divine Masculine may not be able to give in balance right now, but is coming into balance, because the Divine Feminine feels very balanced, very just, very honorable, and absolutely willing to give love even from a distance. Well, thank you so much for watching my Cancerian Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Please do like and subscribe. May this Cancerian soulmate contract be blessed with all that it needs for November-ish 2019, that it be satisfying, that it be supportive, and that it help both of both the divine masculine and the divine feminine evolve, heal, become the best that they can be, and fulfill their role in the divine plan for the well-being of all. May they be blessed. And so it is. Thank you so much for watching. Love you all, my Cancerians. I've had Cancerians in my life since birth. My mother's a Cancerian. That's why I have these rings, just so I can make the Cancerian, because crabs never walk like this. They go like this. Have a life full of them. You pick that up rather quickly. I love you all so much. But for now, hail, farewell, and blessed be.